Barnum.
Barnum, and I want to tell you that today, on this stage, you are going to see every sight, wonder, and miracle that name stands for, including Jumbo, the largest elephant in the world, the amazing great white whale from Labrador, General Tom Thumb, only 25 inches from toe to crown, Joyce Heth, the oldest woman alive, the rarest and most beautiful bird in captivity, the Swedish nightingale, plus a company of hundreds. No, thousands, including marching bands, standing bands, tumbling bands, flying bands, bands of every size, shape, and description, and here they are. I know what you're thinking. You don't see any nightingales or flying bands or 25-inch men. But like I told you, Barnum's my name and Humbug's my game. And they're all up there, mark my words. Wait a minute, where are you going?
Home.
But I've got a point of view to expound, defending the noble art of humbug.
Which I happen to be in disagreement with, as it is no more than a shoddy defense of flim-flam, so it doesn't behoove me to stick around.
Respect for the speaker, madam, requires you to listen while he sets forth his convictions.
And respect for my own convictions requires me to set forth, which I am doing.
Then go. Isolated dissent is hardly going to deter me. One small voice can quite easily be ignored.
Good day, Mr. Barnum.
Of course, it doesn't help any if that one small voice belongs to the man's wife. Cherry Barnum, I'll have a kiss before you go.
With pleasure, Mr. Barnum. You may not make much sense, but you're beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the main ring, the fight to the finish struggle of humbug versus truth, flim flam versus fact, Mr. Phineas Taylor Barnum versus his good wife Cherry, an American pageant featuring stirring music, thrilling spectacle, hilarious clowns, and savage jungle beasts. But first, presenting Mr. Barnum himself in his opening bit of philosophical folderol, Mr. Barnum!
The fact is, my wife is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Give her a mess of facts and she's happy as a clam. Serve her up a bit of Nancy and she turns up her nose like it was yesterday's fish. But whether you end up thinking that my humbug is a blessing or a curse, you're still going to survive it. Why? Because every 60 seconds in this world, a delightful phenomenon takes place, which absolutely guarantees it. There is a sucker born every minute. Each time that second hand sweeps to the top like dandelions, up they pop, their ears so big, eyes so wide, and though I feed them bona fide baloney with no truth in it, why you can bet I'll find some room to buy my corn, cause there's a sure as shooting sucker born a minute, and I'm referring to the minute you was born. Blessed hour brings 60 of them. Each time that shows his face. Another sucker takes his place and floats his quarter on the line to buy my random genuine malarkey. God bless love 'em, but don't feel sad or hop in that or cause a scene. Cause there's a sure shooting sucker born a minute. But man, you might have been that minute in between. If I allow that right here in my hand, the smallest living human man, a sight of that is surely worth a dime. If I present an educated pooch who's trained to dance the hoochie hooch, what better way to waste a bit of time? If I implored at monumental cost a lady fair whose head was lost while crossing railroad tracks, pick some zinnias, who eats freedom through a hose and has no ears, no eyes, no nose. If that ain't worth a buck, my name ain't Phineas. Oh, you say that's hogwash? Well, who cares? Go buy my hogwash long as there's a sucker for every minute. Each time that second hand sweeps to the top like dandelions, up they pop their ears so big. Eyes so wide, and though I'm beat a bona fide baloney, just let me spin it. And ain't no man who can resist me, wait and see. Cause there's a sure shooting sucker born a minute. And friends, the biggest one, excluding none, is hey, me.
Here it is in Mr. Webster's dictionary, Taylor. Humbug, something designed to deceive or mislead.
That's what comes from marrying a school teacher. Go straight to the books. Jerry, I'm talking about rosy possibilities. The kind of humbug that bunch of pilgrims sold themselves when they set sail on the Mayflower. The dream, Jerry.
Just one question, Taylor. The lady with no nose.
Yeah.
How does she smell?
Awful, just awful.
Mr. Webster has a nice synonym for humbug, too. Lies. Now don't give up, Taylor. The evening's young. You've still got some rosy possibilities.
In the far ring, humble beginnings as Mr. Phineas Taylor Barnum, in his first appearance in the main tent, turned gold into gold quicker than you can say George Washington.
I'm telling you, they came by the thousands in Philadelphia. Now, here's your bill of sale, birth certificate, written and testimonies proving beyond a shadow of a doubt. On June 15th, Joyce Heck will be 160 years old.
Well, she better be, Mr. Lyman. It's taken every cent I had to buy this contract. But from now on, P.T. Barnum presents Joyce Heck, the oldest woman in the world.
She'll make your fortune, Mr. Barnum. And you remember, Philadelphia.
All right, Joyce, we better get to work if we want to eat tonight. Step right up and see her, folks. Joyce Heck, the oldest woman in the world. 25 seconds. You're flat, Joyce. You're flat. Joyce Heck, 25 cents. Joyce, you're flat. Up a bit. Up a bit. 25 cents. Oh, you gave me the office, right? I don't understand it. They came by the thousands in Philadelphia.
And walked by the thousands. You've been had, Mr. Barnum. Anyway, what's so special about an old lady? A young lady, well, now, that's different. If you'd have had me up here 140 years ago, they would have come all right.
What did you say?
I said, what's so special about an old lady?
But a special old lady.
Mr. Barnum, what are you looking at?
I'm looking at a nurse about 100 years ago. She's got this baby bouncing on her knee. George Washington.
But I don't know any people named Washington.
George Washington, the father of our country.
But I don't know any.
Joyce, that sidewalk looks a mite hard to sleep on. And I'd say there's a fair chance of rain tonight. Maybe even hail.
What did you say that boy's name was?
George Washington.
Oh, you mean little Georgie. Why, Mr. Barnum, I near raised that boy.
All right, Joyce, let's do it. Step right out, folks, and see her. Joyce F. George Washington's nurse.
When the way it is, but it fits. Oh, folks, let's hear from gold. Thank God I know. When you see the gather at the news, when you hear the language people use, when and home! Thank God
and that's a patriotic humbug, and there is none better. Well, now that Joyce was a success, I started signing up other attractions, and I needed some place to put them.
That's right, Mr. Barnum. I'm starting the American Museum, but I don't want to turn it into no sideshow.
Oh, I couldn't agree with you more, Mr. Scudder. That's why I intend on filling all 5 floors of the museum with the most educational attractions imaginable, including 3 galleries of art, a lecture hall seating 2,000 people, and in the rotunda, a glass tank containing a living, breathing, spouting great white whale from Labrador. And just to help you make up your mind, let me present you with this courtesy ticket entitling you and a friend to 2 free admissions upon payment of 1/2 the regular price. Any Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday between the hours of 12 noon and 1 p.m. Is it a deal?
Taylor Barnum, did you or did you not have an appointment to take me to lunch at 1 o'clock sharp? It's now past 2:14.
In the near ring, ladies and gentlemen, P.T. Barnum faces that most ferocious of all jungle beasts. The female of the species, who has been kept waiting more than 1 hour and 14 minutes. Mr. Barnum will now face this most dangerous creature. Unarmed!
Darn it, Mr. Scudder, I thought I told you to tell me when it was 1 o'clock. But now, no excuses. You run on and I'll meet you and the builders at the museum at 2:45.
Very well.
Terry, I don't know why I ever took him on as a partner. He's so forgetful. A perfect example of a marital humbug. The trouble is, with my wife, it never works.
Hogwash, Taylor. I believe you forgot that appointment all by yourself. Now, I have to pick up some pamphlets at the Women's Emancipation Society, so I thought we might lunch there.
Cherry, you can't get lunch at that place. But McNally's Oyster House is right around the corner, so I suggest
Then we leave it up to the fates. An excellent idea. Heads, the Women's Emancipation Society. Tails, McNally's.
I'll toss if you don't mind.
Go right ahead, Mr. Barnum. I trust you 100%.
Liver and prunes.
Here it is, Mrs. Barnum. Our new pamphlet all about the Stanton Act. Thanks to Elizabeth Cady Stanton, the state of New York now guarantees a woman the right to make all her own business and legal decisions.
And what do you think of that, Mr. Barnum?
Well, I'm all for it, 100%. As long as she asks her husband first. All right, McNally, bring us a couple dozen oysters and 2 large ales and put a head on them.
Mr. Barnum will have the liver special, Miss Mortimer, plus fresh boiled parsnips. And an extra copy of Miss Stanton's pamphlet for dessert. Now, Taylor, you can tell me who this new partner of yours is.
Cherry, that was Mr. Amos Scudder. Him and me are building the American Museum.
With what? We have $100 to our name.
Well, brass and a bit of humbug. You'd be surprised how often they're just as good as silver or gold.
Schemes again, Taylor. Schemes and dreams.
Well, that's my nature, Cherry. I told you I was a dreamer the first time we met.
Taylor Barnum. When a girl meets a man in the middle of the worst thunderstorm of the summer, with bolts of lightning jumping off every tree and barn in sight, and thunders so loud it nearly scares you out of your wits. Not to mention the dogs and cats all over the territory howling to raise the dead. She don't pay much mind if a man happens to mention he's a dreamer. And I'm not saying you shouldn't have dreams, Taylor. Just let them be sensible ones we can read.
But Cherry, I want to excite people, stir them up. Give them a glimpse of the miracle.
Miracle's a pretty fancy word for humbug, Taylor.
How can you say that, Cherry? Maybe I put a high polish on the facts sometimes, but I've never taken anybody for one dim dime.
You've taken them for more than money. You get them all brought up, excuse me, over things you never can be, like a woman 160 years old. I don't mind you using the imagination the good Lord gave you, but with two daughters to bring up, you ought to be using it for more sensible things. Now, I happen to know Mr. Chauncey Jerome is looking for a new partner at the clock factory. I can be a part of it, Taylor. Write the letters, keep the accounts.
I just can't do it. Tick-tock tick from 10 to 6 every day with only an occasional bong to break up the monotony of 10,000 little cuckoos looking out of 10,000 little holes. Every man's got a temperament, Mrs. Barnum, but mine's just not suited to tick-tock, cuckoo, and bong.
I'm sorry, Taylor. I shouldn't have brought it up.
Oh, no, of course you should, Cherry. That's half a wife's job. Bringing up things her husband doesn't want to hear. Cherry, a clock factory's just not the right color for me. Just say the name, Bridgeport Clockworks, and what do you see? Brown, gray, and maybe, if you're lucky, a little dash of taupe. But step inside any sideshow and you got fire engine red and buttercup yellow and sapphire blue. It's like living inside the giant pinwheel. It's not just for my own selfish pleasure that I need all them colors, Cherry. I want to splash them out for everybody in the whole world to see. The colors of my life are bountiful and bold. The purple glow of indigo, the gleam of green and gold, the splendor of a sunrise, the dazzle of a flame, the glory of a rainbow. I put them all to shame. No quiet browns and grays. I'll take my days instead and fill them till they overflow with rose and cherry red. And if from by my side my love should roam, the colors of my life will leave a shining light to lead her home.
That's all well and good, Taylor. But your blues and reds aren't going to be much help if you don't get those builders started.
Good Lord, it's 2:45 now. Cherry, you wait right here and I'll be back in 5 minutes. Or maybe 10. A half an hour at the most. Look, if I'm not back from the museum by 6 o'clock, you come down. It's the corner of Ann Street and Broadway. You can't miss it. It's the one with the sign. The big red one with purple trim and gold letters. It says Barnum's American Museum. The splendor of a sunrise, the dazzle of a flame, the glory of a rainbow. I put them all to shame.
It's your own fault, Charity Barnum. If you'd asked yourself a few logical questions before you married him, you would have put a healthy distance between yourself and a fellow who wants to give the whole world a paint job, which I'm not so sure it needs. The colors of my life are softer than a breeze. The silver gray of eiderdown, the dappled green of trees, the amber of a wheat field, the hazel of a seed, the crystal of a raindrop, are all I'll ever need. Your reds are much too bold. In gold I find no worth. I'll fill my days with sage and brown. The color Slowly, the Lord gave each and every one the spunk to do what can be done. The wrong, the brain, the courage, and the heart. The strength to bend the strongest bar, the will to reach the farthest star. It's just a case of learning how to start to build a tower up so high to a cloud. You'll anchor building one tiny brick at a time. Let's multiply till above. A anchor just begins with a new silver line.
Spectacular, including the price, $1. Now, that may seem a bit steep, but it was worth it. Look at what I gave them. Quite a lot of Roman terracotta, livid lava from the flames of Etna, statuary, riding dromedary, see the temple tumble and the Red Sea Park. McNamara's man, the fattest lady in the land, a prickle prehistoric can of shredded hook the hottest hair. Going through, we're going to be showing you some rowing to a model of the rapids of the Delaware. Armadillos, clever caterpillars, reproductions of the Cyclops, retina, crystal blowing, automatic sewing, Venus on a shell, in other words, of art. Educated fleas that tried to aborigines to ladies showing the crust and knees of the police and made of ice. Cotton puffs we've gotten and forgotten spots of cotton gin and I would want to better see that twice. 20 iguana snakes and other fauna. Kind of weird lady, but we're getting up. When you duck out, you take another buck out. You run around the block and see, you run around the block and see, run around the block and see a new show start.
Mr. Barnum, over 5,000 emissions in one day. Only everybody's going down to see the whale. The guy upstairs to see the Indians. George left the mermaid. Then back downstairs and start all over again.
combination humbug. They learn a new word and they get some fresh air. Educated leads to try to aborigines two ladies going across the knees of Mona Lisa made of ice. Hot toss, we got the neighbor, got about to come dinner, I will not son, better see that twice. One iguana snakes another bottle. Trying to beer ladybug, we're ketchup. When you duck out, you take another buck out. Run around the block and see her, run around the block and see her, run around the block and see her, then show start. Now, I don't want you to turn around till I say when. Okay, now.
Good Lord, they're real. What's the man done?
A foolish thing, Jerry. Married a hard-headed, cold-eyed, tough-talking New England lady who's kept my crazy world from going up in smoke for the past 14 years. Happy anniversary.
I might have been foolish enough to marry you, Taylor, but that doesn't mean I can't count. And our anniversary isn't for 6 months.
Jerry, I'm talking about the museum. Or did you forget? We opened our doors to the public exactly 1 year ago today. Now put on your silks and satins, woman, because I'm taking you, me, and those pearls to celebrate tonight at Rector's Restaurant in New York City.
I'm sorry, Taylor. I'm not going to any Rector's restaurant. The food's too rich, the people too fancy, and I don't even want to discuss the prices. I'm staying right here.
Marital humbug number 2. It never fails. Now see her, woman. I've got the prettiest wife in the whole state of Connecticut, and it's my God-given right to take her out and show her off if I want to. If you don't go upstairs at once and put on your best dress, then some very costly anniversary presents will have to be returned. It almost never fails. Jerry, what am I going to do with you?
Put up with me, Taylor. Same as I do you.
We're out of step. We disagree. What's right for you is wrong for me. Together we're a part of country mile. But I like your style. I like your style.
We're out of step. We disagree. What's my dress. But it's not to show off these pearls in front of your fancy New York friends. It's because I'm still in love with you, you great fool. And I want one of your damn marital humbugs to succeed.
Well, Cherry, I've never humbugged you in my life. Why, I'm shocked at you even suggesting such a thing.
Mr. Barnum!
Not now, Mr. Scudder. Can't you see I'm lying to my wife? Well, Mr. Scudder, what brings you down here at this time of the evening? Is anything wrong?
A fire, Mr. Barnum. Down at the museum.
No.
Don't bother going down there, sir. There's nothing left. I'm sorry, Mr. Barnum.
Oh, Mr. Scudder. I hope I'm being humbugged.
Alas, Mr. Barnum. You never taught me how.
You see?
Now, Taylor, I'll tell you right now, I don't intend dancing any gallops. I haven't had time to change my petticoat. It's the same old muslin one. But since the only dance you know is the waltz, I don't anticipate any problems.
The evening's off, Cherry. There's no use celebrating the anniversary of a museum that's burned down. Maybe it's a good thing. You were right. The darn place was nothing more than a sideshow anyhow.
Taylor, Barnum, the museum was absolutely splendid for what it was. And I'll not listen to anything to the contrary. New York's not the only place to make a living, you know. Why, there's a whole country out there. Why, right here in Bridgeport, you could be a partner.
Darn it, Cherry, if you haven't come through with the solution. There is a whole country out there. Well, here I am, piddling my life away at the corner of Ann Street and Broadway. And I'll bet there's 24 states never even heard the name of P.T. Barnum. I'll build a new museum and I'll put it on wheels.
Taylor, I wasn't
Bring a little
thinking
red and gold to the entire country. We'll start with a 3-month tour around the East. All I need is a bit of capital and just one headline attraction to pull them in. And because it was your idea.
What?
Because it was your idea, I'm putting a headline at the top of every ad. Entire tour under the personal direction of Mr. and Mrs. P.T. Barnum.
Oh!
Now, you're with me in this, Cherry, aren't you? Cherry?
Well, I'm not sure I'm 100% in accord, Taylor.
Well, then everything's all right. We're quarreling again.
Mr. Barnum.
You are, Mr. Shrug.
But our appointment was for 2 o'clock.
We'll discuss it first thing Monday.
Why don't we forget it? My wife and I have a few moral qualms about your offer anyway.
Tomorrow morning at 9.
Good day, Mr. Barnum.
All right! Can't help it, Cherry. He's got that headline attraction I was telling you about. Now you stay here and go on dancing, and I'll be back in 2 shakes. Mr. Stratton!
As P.T. Barnum juggles 3 slippery Strattons in the air.
All right, Mr. Stratton, what's this about moral qualms?
Well, let me begin by saying that my wife and I have the highest regard for you.
I smell a humbug.
But if God is my witness,
A holy humbug, the worst kind.
I'm going to allow you to exploit our son Charles's oddities.
for such a small sum of money, well, it's against the Christian conscience.
Now, the important word in that speech isn't Christian. It's small as in sum of money. Now, what exactly do you mean when you refer to oddities?
Well, Mr. Barnum, any boy only 25 inches from head to toe is a freak of nature.
Hold on, Mr. Stratton. Anne Swan is 8.5 feet tall. Joyce Heth is 160 years of age. Madame Josepha has a 10-inch beard. But that doesn't make them freaks. It makes them special.
Well, I agree.
What you call an aberration of nature, I call a gift from God to lift him above the crowd.
Well, I agree with Mr.
Tell you
Barnum.
what. Since the boy is old enough to decide for himself, why don't we ask him? Charlie, I want you to come with me and join my show, but I'm not going to fool you. Tens, thousands, maybe millions of people are going to come to see you. Some to stare and maybe even a few to laugh. But most will cheer and will tell their children and grandchildren for generations to come that they saw the smallest man in the world. We'll even think up a special name, something to go with the miracle of your size. Of course, you also got to keep in mind a princely salary to you and your dear family of $15 a week. Well, I've put it to you as fairly as I can. Now it's up to you. What do you say? That's it! Thumb! Tom Thumb!
Next is for the first time anywhere, the world's smallest man, General Tom Thumb.
I'm General Thumb, just come to town, a Yankee Doodle dandy. I bet your scrapple washed it down with just a nip of brandy. The mayor made me presents rare, ladies did salute me. First rate I am, they all declare, and all my poses suit me. My success should open up your eyes. Don't judge nothing just by shape or size. Bigger isn't better, taller isn't bolder, stronger isn't always wise. Smaller isn't necessarily the lesser, guts can come in any size. Lady luck and favor, just a little shaver over 1 who's 6'3". Brains in any tussle, moms a flow with muscle. That's your life, I'm glad I need.
Ladies and gentlemen, General Tom Thumb's engagement at London's Egyptian Hall has been canceled this evening due to his command performance at Buckingham Palace.
Bigger, taller, isn't bolder, higher, might be low inside. When you need to lean upon a friendly shoulder, hair is just as good as wide. See the mighty lion sitting there crying, bitten by a tiny flea. Man was colossal, but see now a fossil. Bet your life I'm glad I meet. What's strong in folk may lag along in brains and heart. That handsome folk might be a little usually human consequently. Though he shows your shoulders twice as big as boulders, if the brain's a tiny thief. If you're in a pickle, he ain't worth a nickel. Bet your
with unheard of, unexpected, alarming results.
Stuff and nonsense, Taylor. Tom's not maybe the smallest man on earth, but you've managed to tell some pretty tall tales about him. If we have to be in the exhibition business, you can at least find yourself one respectable attraction.
Now don't start that again. We're going to miss the Chicago train.
Very well, then. The children are with the suitcases in the waiting room. You collect them and I'll meet you on the platform.
Cherry, collecting children is what you do.
Right now I have other fish to fry. The Women's Emancipation Society.
What? Oh, there's women gonna follow me all around the country. What is this, the Liver and Prunes Club?
Another one of those feminist get-togethers, Mr. Barnum. You can't go into the street without stumbling over them.
Sorry.
Julius Goldschmidt, we met last autumn in New York when you saw my tour with Edwin Booth.
Oh, yes, of course. Mr. Goldsmith. What do these women want now?
Power to the homemaker, or some such nonsense. What these poor creatures don't seem to realize is they have all the power in the world they want if they just knew how to use it.
I don't follow you, sir.
Well, what does a wife want to vote for when she can have a husband? I'll give you an example of the type of lady I'm talking about. I'm about to sign her up next month, Miss Jenny Lind. She just finished her second command performance for Queen Victoria.
Lind, of course, the Indian rubber lady who can tie a knot in her right arm.
Jenny Lind's an opera singer, Mr. Barnum, and she ties many knots. The New York train's almost here. I must be on my way. Mr. Barnum.
Mr. Goldschmidt.
Taylor, look what's in this pamphlet. Votes for women, rights of ownership, even letting a woman hold a man's job if she's qualified.
Cherry, you want a man's job? How about running the rest of the tour yourself?
But what would you be doing?
Taking a boat ride. Now, you've always been on with me about getting a respectable attraction. Well, I just got wind of one Miss Jenny Lind.
The opera singer.
Right. But we've got to get to England right away if we're going to beat the competition. What do you say?
Well, it's not something solid like running the Bridgeport Clockworks factory, but it's a challenge and I accept. We better hurry, Taylor. It's only 4 minutes till train time, and you'll want to hurry to get a berth on the next train to New York.
Now, wait a minute. I know we're not satisfied with the status quo, but at least we're used to it.
Very well, then. We'll leave it up to the fates. Tails will continue the tour together. Heads will go on to England. Bon voyage, Mr. Barnum.
This is uncharted territory, Mrs. Barnum.
I'm equal to it, Taylor. So are you.
Well, Cherry, wait. It wasn't too late. I could have missed the train and followed Cherry west, but I didn't. I made the train, I made the boat, and I made the deal. Now all I had to do was figure out who was Jenny Lind. But like that fella Shakespeare said, what's in a name anyhow? Its title's the public wants. I'll call her the scintillating songbird from Scandinavia. The songbird who scintillates from Sweden. The scintillating Swedish songbird. I got it. The singing Swede. Unfortunately, Cherry had already printed up the handbill, so we had to settle for calling her the Swedish Nightingale. You can't win them all.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time on these blessed shores, the world-renowned Swedish Nightingale. Due to the extremely respectable nature of this next attraction, Mr. Barnum's promotional campaign will refrain from any sensational claims and rely upon the plain, unvarnished truth.
P.G. Barnum, Miss Lind, welcoming you on behalf of 1,300,000 citizens to the proud city of New York. Tell me, how was your crossing?
Jamie,
Come again? Miss Lind, this is United States of America. We speak English. Henry, prepare the stage. Miss Lind, you're going to give a concert tonight on this stage. In English. You have no choice. Choice. That's good. Good.
No good.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Evening. Evening, ladies.
Lettuce.
No lettuce. Lettuce you eat. Ladies.
Ladies.
Ladies and gentlemen. Gentlemen. No, gentlemen. That'll have to do, I guess. And words they can't understand. We'll charge it off to European style. If there's one thing no American can resist, it's the smile of a beautiful girl. Well, no American man, anyhow. It's time to start, so I'll be getting out of the house. Quiet! That's the best they played all week. Good luck.
Oh, but Daddy!
In English!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Lind would like to thank you for your kind reception of her performance this evening and ask if she might perform for you one last piece. This piece she first performed in a concert in Sweden and which tonight she dedicates to a new American credit.
I am in confusion. Many gentlemen, they asked to go with me to the celebration tonight, and I know not which one to choose.
You choose whoever strikes your fancy, dear lady.
Very well then. I choose a scholastic person, my English teacher.
Now, my dear lady, I am in confusion.
Taylor, the carriage is waiting.
In a minute, Sherry.
The mayor of New York City also he asked to escort me.
Look, Miss Lind.
Taylor, please hurry. I want to freshen up at the hotel before the reception.
Well then, another time.
Cherry, I've got me a problem. The receipts, they've got to be counted again. The darn bookkeeper messed them all up. You go ahead and take that carriage ride, and I'll catch up with you later.
This bookkeeping couldn't be done tomorrow, Terry.
No, Cherry, it can't.
Very well, then. I'll see you when I see you. It was a great success, Taylor, and I'm very proud of you. Good night, my darling. Good night, Miss Lynn.
Cherry, wait. Miss Lynn, But why shouldn't I take her to the reception? It's just for a few hours. All my life I've been selling the dream to everybody else in the world. Isn't it time I got to look at it myself? I'm a man. I've got the price of admission. I want to see what's going on inside the tent. Staying home living day by day may be safe, but it can't be duller. Seeing things only black and gray when the world is aligned with color. Doing just as your neighbors do. Maybe wise, but it ain't so clever. Let it matter a dream or two. Let them go and they're gone forever. Out there somewhere, just out of sight. There's a world that's blazing with light. Each man alike got the right to strange as the mind with straight and narrow. Shoot the line like a flame. Turning back should the highway bend. Turning down every chance you're given. Take some risk and I'm like good friend. How the world can you call that living? Stay put in a pumpkin shell. It's a bleak, depressing habit. It's a bleak in a carousel. And it's yours if you'll only grab it out there somewhere. Just down the line lies a world of glory and shine. One square foot there's gotta be mine. Once in his life every man decides. Once when he stands where the road divides. Once on a hill as the morning grows. Once if he will he can see the spires glow. Flash streaming spires glow. Flowers gleaming in a land where the dawn is near. In a sky where the sun's forever. On a plain where spring all year. And the dark of the night comes never. Somewhere out there, just out of sight. In that world that's blazing with light. Ain't each man alive got the right. Once in his life to forget the past.
In the main ring, ladies and gentlemen, the latest international sensation, the rarest, most beautiful bird in captivity, the Swedish nightingale.
Once, if you will, to behold at last.
And Mr. Phineas Taylor Barnum in their amazing defense act with gorgeous pyrotechnic display.
With his own two eyes, one eyes out there. All right.
Sir, it's nearly 6:15.
Well, then don't I get one evening off?
Miss Lynn asked me to remind you that the reception is at 7 o'clock sharp. And since President Fillmore is a stickler for detail,
The whole 6 months of this tour has been nothing but tea with the president, reception for the Chief Justice, and supper with the senator. When do they find time to run the country? Oh, so help me, won't I give up the whole tour just to get away from them all?
you don't mean that, Mr. Barnum?
I do. Goldsmith's been after me to buy her contract, and I've got half a mind to sell it to him. It's my own fault. I humbugged myself into thinking I needed some more color in my life, and she humbugged me into being respectable. A miserable state of affairs as far as I'm concerned. So I might as well be miserable being respectable with someone I love. Look. You better send a wire to Goldsmith telling him I'll meet him in New York the day after tomorrow. And another to Mrs. Barnum saying that if that coin comes up heads, I might just well be in Bridgeport the end of next week. None of my female of the species humbugs ever seems to pan out. I'm too old of a dog not to try. It's a disgrace if you ask me.
Phineas, so you muttered.
Me? Absolutely not. I think muttering is the height of impoliteness.
Listen, I'm just ignoring it.
When I've got something to say that matters, I don't mutter, I utter. I never mutter. I might sputter, but I don't mutter. I used to mutter. I used to have a mutter. How many times do I have to tell you to keep your hands out of my pants?
I think I know what this is about. The way the French ambassador, he smiled at me last night.
Wrong. What do I care if some Weasley-looking Frenchie smiles at you? The way you smiled at him. One of your number 2 trembly special ones.
Phineas, I'm a soprano. We flirt. The same way impresarios mutter. Anyway, what's sauce for the goose is sauce for the gander.
What are you talking about?
Letters.
What letters?
Envoys. Daily. To a lady in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Now maybe if you were willing to give up these letters, I might be willing to give up my trembly smiles.
Jenny, I want you to know that I'll never forget you.
It's been a lovely 6 months. Jag önskar du ett bra uppgift. In English. I want for you what you want for yourself.
That's a kind wish, Jenny. Now if I could just figure out what the devil it is I want.
Well, at least we know what it is. You stay no more from music. Unless, of course, one loses. When will you be going?
I suppose tonight's as good a night as any. Will you be all right?
I'll be fine. I have a dinner engagement with the French ambassador. Wise men and fools, today love's dream. Then to the same sweet treason.
Look at those figures for St. Louis. Sold out 2 months before she ever sets foot in town. You're buying a songbird that lays golden eggs, Mr. Goldsmith.
I know that, Mr. Barnum. In fact, you might say I knew that before you did.
That's why I'm making you such a generous deal. Only one proviso. If Miss Lind ever plays Bridgeport, don't sell me any seats. Done?
Done.
Love makes such fools of us.
What, Cherry Barnum? What are you doing here?
It came up heads, Taylor. And I still think you're beautiful. My way this time, Taylor.
Your way.
Out of the main tent, away from the fairgrounds, without the benefit of sapphire blue, buttercup yellow, or cherry red. The Bridgeport Grand Opera and Pageant Society presents P.T. Barnum as he lives his life in black and white. Your future's rosy, live in black and white.
But the truth is politics your game. You see babies making speeches, posing with the local beaches, fun, respectability, and fame.
You can be an alderman, no wait.
No ways.
Congressman, I move you as not
States.
Mayor,
Senator. Why not hit our presidential slate?
black and white. He's playing politics and black and white. On facts, keep all that grass as the axe. No one sing in the streets. They'll talk about your guts and galaxies. Statistics day and night. Black and white.
Here's my stand on women's rights. I'm for slavery in any forms a name. Taxes have to be increased to help the folks who have the least. Tobacco I would ban as of today. I'm proud to say hooray for universal suffrage. And that means black and white as well as he's and she's. With votes for blacks and women folk, a rise in tax, a ban on smoke. How could you vote for anyone but me? Black and white, I'm playing politics in black and white. Cold truth and good hard facts. Give all that razzmatazz the axe. No punching in the streets. I talk of budget cuts and balance sheets. Statistics day and night. Cherry, I'm losing them. They're getting away. You've got to let me bring a bit of color into this campaign or they're going to beat me. Cherry, you've got to release me from my promise.
Very well, Taylor. Go ahead.
Black and white. These eyes still living black and white. So long, Todd, on good night.
Wait a minute, Taylor.
Well, what's the matter to you?
Nothing. I just need to rest a moment.
You know what, Cherry? So do I. It's that campaign. You're worn out. Let's sit down for a spell.
On the steps of City Hall, it's illegal.
Well, that'll be my first act as mayor. To get a law passed stating that all elected officials with beautiful wives can rest on the steps of City Hall for as long as I'm in office. How's that?
Thank you very much, Mayor Barnum.
Well, you're entirely welcome, Mrs. Barnum. Impressive place, isn't it?
It's the most respectable building I've ever seen. And it belongs to you now.
You know what, Cherry? Sitting here seeing you smiling in the dark makes me think of that first night when we met in that thunderstorm. I know you were frightened, but I just kept wishing there'd be more lightning so I could get another look at your face.
And I shut my eyes each time the lightning flashed. So I never did get a good look at yours till we were standing at the altar. By then it was too late. Now, Taylor, stop it. Folks are going to think we're foolish.
Why?
Two old people sitting on these steps in the middle of the night holding hands.
Who says we're old? I may have a few gray hairs and some laugh lines, but Cherry, you don't look a day older than when I took you home in that thunderstorm.
I thought you were through with humbug.
22 or 3 at the most. That's the least humbugging thing I said in my life.
You're going to be wonderful at politics, Taylor. Of course, I don't expect you to be there for more than one term. No, I've got my eyes set on a Senate seat, and not the state Senate either.
Cherry, you're talking about Washington.
Head says you can do it, Taylor.
Deciding to run for the U.S. Senate is nothing you toss a coin on. It takes pondering and considering and contemplating. And how come in over 25 years of tossing that coin, it never once came up tails?
I guess fate is on my side, Taylor. That and the fact that this quarter just happens to have 2 heads.
You stacked the deck, Cherry?
I haven't been watching you for 25 years for nothing, Taylor.
All right, Mrs. Barnum. I'll run for your Senate. Because I love you and would do anything in the world to make you happy. But you humbugged me good and proper, and I'm most displeased. Look at that, both sides. Why are you smiling?
Everything's going to be all right. We're quarreling again. The colors of my life are softer than a breeze.
Beautiful and bold, the purple glow of indigo, the gleam of green and gold,
The dappled green of trees,
the splendor of a sunrise,
the amber of a sweet tree,
the dazzle of a praise,
the of the sea,
the glory of a rainbow. I'd put them all to shame.
all I'll ever need.
The quiet clouds and gray.
Reds are much too bold.
Take my days instead.
Gold I find no
And fill them till they overflow with rose and cherry red. And if from by my side my love should roam,
The colors of my life will shine a quiet light for me in fall.
Cherry. Oh, Cherry.
On behalf of the party, Mr. Barnum, may I say how sorry we are.
month after month, standing right there beside me. And then when we were right on the threshold, now I don't want you boys to worry, because this campaign I'm going to be stronger than ever. I worked a long time for the senatorial nomination, and it's an election I don't plan to lose.
Mr. Barnum, I'm afraid there's been a slight postponement on your nomination.
What are you talking about?
What Mr. Templeton is trying to say is the party's decision has changed for nominating Alexander Whittaker.
What are you talking about? I've been campaigning for the past 6 months on the strength of your promise I'd have that nomination.
The decision's out of our hands, Mr. Barnum. But in 4 years, you'll be a prime candidate.
I don't want the nomination in 4 years. I promised somebody I'd be in Washington next January. If I can't be there then, I don't want to be there at all.
But Mr.
Good day! Get out! You took me, Jerry. 6 months of making speeches, and they take the nomination away from me with a lie worse than any humbug I'd ever pulled in 35 years of fooling people. I thought I got it out of my life, but I was wrong. Because it looks like if I don't humbug them, they're going to do worse to me. And Cherry, tell me, is humbug so bad after all? I mean, look at that bunch of Rubens that come over on the Mayflower. They were humbugged with a vision of finding some kind of utopia. And Tom Jefferson and Ben Franklin back in '76, humbugged with a dream of creating a society of free and equal people. And it turned out pretty good. Of course, I'm not comparing live mermaids and four-headed frogs to the Declaration of Independence, but somewhere way down deep, there's a connection. How do you like that? Up here on a soapbox for 2 minutes, and I've convinced myself I'm first cousins with Thomas Jefferson. Well, don't that prove it, Cherry? At humbugging, I'm the best there is! The Prince of Humbug, balderdash, fiddle, faddle, dribble, tosh, twiddle, twaddle, blather, wash, build, and dodge, and double dutch, and flim flam. I am the king of hogwash, Tommy Rot, jibber jabber, blabber, blub, focus, focus, gabble, gum, scam, and sham, and just a touch of white lie am I. To contrite and idle chat, Earl of Boyle, Lord of Blatt, Emperor of Rigmarole, that I am, bless my soul, the Prince of Humbug, Bob and Cotton, Pipple, Wobble, Batter, Jump, Hokum, Movie, Chatterbox, Wild, and Guile, and Trumpery, that's me. Now don't worry, Jerry, I'm not going back in the menagerie business. What I was thinking about was a lecture tour. Tell the whole country about the noble art of humbug. Who's got a better right to talk it than me? It's what God gave me the gift for. It's how I got everything I ever had. Cherry, it's even how I got you. In a world of sting and shock, this moment we stand. Down a road of bridge and rock, for Lord knows what end. Through a night of starless space, cold as the sea. Someone's gotta make it right. Shoot a rocket, shine a light. Tell you that someone's gonna be the Prince of Humbug. Tongue in cheek, shilly shally, whoa, blarney, focus, nothing but humps, and Frank, and hanky bang, and some skullduggery. I am, and then I'll always be.
The main event, the greatest contest of them all. P.T. Barnum, unarmed, alone, and without a net, in a fight to the finish struggle with destiny. Bailey's the name, Mr. Barnum. I'm here with my 3:30 appointment.
Ah, yes, Mr. Bailey. I've given the matter a great deal of thought, and I'm afraid the answer is no.
But I sent you the plans and the photographs last week. Didn't you get a chance to look at them?
I saw the pictures, and your menagerie doesn't look too bad. But I've been out of the business for years, and I'm just not thinking of going back in it. But if you don't mind a bit of advice.
No, I would welcome it.
You gotta hook your attractions to the mood of the country. It's 1880, and with Grant in the White House, we're expanding our boundaries. Your show looks good, but it's too small. There ought to be 10 elephants, 20 clowns plus acrobats, bareback riders, fat ladies, a whole family of jugglers, and 6 up on the high wire.
Impossible. You can't get all those acts into one ring.
We'll put a couple more rings on either side, and a band of 40 pieces, with a whole separate tent for sideshows. Not to mention traveling grandstands that you can put up and take down to seat 5,000 people, and a special train with 2 locomotives and 60 cars. And enough canvas to put the entire Crystal Palace inside and still have room left over to fly a kite.
The Crystal Palace? Mr. Barnum, I hope I'm not being humbugged.
Mr. Bailey, whatever gave you that idea?
Well, it does sound good the way you tell it, but I need your help.
It's out of the question.
But I need you. The circus needs you. The doctor gave you 2 cold to the grip. When a stitch to say 9 others comes apart to a grip. When the rats invade your attic and start leaving your shit. Follow my tip, come away on the trip.
Just join the circus like you wanted to when you were a kid. Climb aboard, report on it. You'll thank your lucky stars you did. Go to bed and lady ambulance, wake up with the end. Pack your roll, your brush and your phone again, ready to roam again. I'm ready to scream. Bless your soul, you'll never go home again. When the circus comes your way.
It's no use, I just can't do it. Try the Sells Brothers.
When you patches in your trousers and a hole in your purse. When your Dr. Flag is pouring into your button at first. When you sneeze instead of bless you, you get instead of curse. Don't call it hurts, while you still have the church.
Just join the circus like you meant to do when you were so high. Pitch your troubles under a tent and you're bound to lose them by and by. Say so long to Schenectady, Grease me
immensely vital attraction, Mr. Phineas Taylor Barnum himself.
Of course, that was a long time ago. Joyce F. is gone and forgotten. So's the American Museum, the Living Whale, and Jenny Lind, my poor Tom Thumb. And then Rubens that come over on the Mayflower, gone to dust. And Tom Jefferson's a memory, and old Franklin's flown his last kite. And so, my kind of humbugs disappeared. Pity. There was a sucker born every minute. Each time that second hand swept to the top, like dandelions, out they popped. Their ears so big, their eyes so wide, as though they had a bona fide baloney.
I'm tired.
Are you?
I'm exhausted. Did you hear my voice?
Yeah.
It's hard singing. Anyway, go away. Get everybody else out of here. And I'm like, no. I do nothing but I wasn't in it. I was backstage, but they were backstage.
So what'd you think of the show, Denise?
Thought it went really well.
Yeah, me too.
Denise.
Come on, just come on out.
I'm scared. I thought you were like taking pictures so important. Hi. Hey, are you really taping me?
Yes.
What should I say?
Whatever you want to say.
Hi everybody. I'm having lots of fun, and I feel really stupid on this camera like this, and I think I'm really gonna put this on the tape.
Yes, I am.
Send money.
Yeah.
He's really He's alright. I gotta go. Somebody. You already said hi. Hello there. Hello there. I didn't know you was really. Oh, there's my good grammar. He's really putting it on the tape. That's what he says. You guys see what you need? Hi. This is Cindy's.
Excellent.
Thank you. Hi.
Mr. President. Happy birthday to you. Very much.
You know I hate what it's for. I wanted to get out some Chinese in. Come here. There's the backstage people. Mine is Anders. Because he's too shy to come out. Mine is Anders. He won't come out.
Enjoy that.
Go lay down. There, I felt my skirt go.
He had us videos, t-shirts. We're getting all of it.
Let's go. You wanted to win. You wanted to drink the kid. Let's do the other part. Be proud to say you'll join the circus. Step right this way and join the circus. Just take a better